Now you can go.
Bryce, how good did it feel just with the season cut off and you guys hadn't been together, and then you have influx of some new talent too and a bunch of guys coming back? What was yesterday like for the guys to get back together?
Man, it was awesome. Just getting the whole group back together. We have a good nucleus coming back, and then like you said, with the influx of new talent coming in, it was cool to be on the field with everybody and see what kind of skills everybody can possess. And it's like anybody can hit batting practice at this level. Everybody's here for a reason, and it was cool to see how guys handled a real game situation, and I thought everybody did a great job.
What's it like, and what's how important is this fall going to be to get another fall with Coach Seeley, Coach Kaye, Coach Pennington, kind of get a little bit more ingrained with that newish offensive season that y'all started with last year?
Right, I think it's going to be very important as far as we have a lot of returners for which he implemented his new offense last year, and it's been good because we're going quicker this year since we don't have to relearn it. We can help him push it down to the new guys and the younger guys, and it's been flowing really well, and he's been leaning on us, and we've been leaning on him, and it's just a lot more fluid already than it was because it's not as new. Like we're more familiar with it than we were a year ago.
You think you'll play second again, and then what do you see from the two young shortstops battling it out with Harrison and Merkin?
The plan right now is to play second base. Honestly, wherever the coaches put me that can help us win is the main priority. And man, Kalai Harrison, kid's an absolute stud. Caden Merka can swing the bat, can play defense. It's going to be fun to see, and we're very thankful they were in the recruiting class, and they're both going to be big assets to this program either right away or at some point in their careers here.
Hey, Bryce, with you coming back, a couple other quote-unquote super seniors coming back, do you think this is the deepest and their most talented roster you've had on this Aggie baseball program since you've been here?
Absolutely. Hands down. I mean, we pulled up a PowerPoint the other day in one of our hitters meetings, and I think collectively as a group we have way over 1,000 Division I career college at-bats coming back, and just speaks volumes to the potential that we have and the pitching staff we have coming back as well. Like, I don't know, everybody has known each other for 3, 4, 5 years, so we're all familiar and we know how to create the culture and keep the culture going in times of adversity.
Bryce, with so many returners, what's the competition level like at practice? I mean, are there a lot of guys kind of, battling for starting positions this early on? I mean, what's the feel like?
Absolutely. I mean, Coach Childress says it every day, freshman, senior, scholarship or not, everybody's going to get an opportunity to play, and you have to go out there and earn it every single day. And, I mean, this is probably one of the most competitive bunch of individuals I've ever been around, and especially being 6 months away from this game, like every day we're going after it at practice, and it's not just going after it after each other, it's going after it to push each other to get better, because at the end of the day, if you push the guy alongside you to get better, it's going to benefit the team more in the long run.
Bryce, with how many starters and starting pitchers that are going to be competing for jobs, is it fun for y'all as hitters to kind of have to get that little bit elevated level of competitiveness when there's so many guys jockeying for several open positions?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think it's gonna benefit us tremendously too. In the spring, we're facing like elite arms that we have so many guys coming back that would have been drafted in a normal year, and just it's going to be fun to compete every single day in the scrimmage, and you can't really take a day off. Like, you have to bring it every day or you're going to get it shoved up you.
Some people on the outside looking in say you lost Lacey and you lost Roa. It's drafted as high as any university in the country. When do you see the young guys and guys that really maybe didn't have a role before last year? Can you look at them and say, hey, there's not going to be a fall off with the kind of pitching that's brought to campus and then gets to go across the line?
I mean, absolutely. Those guys are remarkable talents and got drafted where they did for a reason. They 100% earned it and deserve it. But I mean, the recruiting class we had coming in, the arms that I've heard about, haven't really got to see a lot of the new guys so far, but just the pieces we have coming back, and a guy like Chandler Josewalk, who's been through the fire, a guy like Bryce Miller, who has the potential to be a starter now. It's just, I don't think we're going to lack. Obviously, we're going to miss those guys because they're once in a generational talent. But as far as a collective group, I think we're going to be as sound and steady as always.
Bryce, I feel like I wouldn't be doing my due diligence as a reporter if I didn't ask this, but what's the expectations for this program? We got to ask it every fall. So what's your expectation for this team?
Same expectations as every year when you put on a Texas A&M jersey. Get to Omaha and be the last team standing, and finally bring home a national championship that the city of College Station deserves and the university deserves.
What do you think having a more veteran lineup, even with the JUCO transfers coming in, Bryce? What does that do for you guys?
I think we just know how a rhythm and flow of the offense is supposed to go with all the career at bats and all the maturity in the lineup. And I mean, y'all know how it goes. A Friday night SEC starter is probably going to be a first round pick, and just finding a way to score a run and to scratch a run and get something flowing and going, and not getting frustrated in the third inning when we haven't gotten a hit. Just staying with the approach and staying with the plan, because we've all experienced adversity at some point in our career, and we should be able to handle that.
How does, with all the COVID precautions and things you have to do, how does practice look or feel different with the different things that you have to do to stay safe?
Honestly, the only thing that's different is when we get together in a group, everybody has to be masked up. And I don't know if y'all have experienced it, but when you wear these gator deals and you're sweating, it's pretty tough to breathe in. So guys will step away because we want to, if you need to take off your mask, you got to be social distance. So like for myself, I feel like I'm waterboarding myself almost. So I have to step away, take a couple deep breaths, or I'll get really lightheaded.
Gotcha.
What have been the early returns, Bryce, from the transfer players? The Sturgis kid from UTSA, the two Grayson guys, Thompson and Taylor Smith, and then Minnick as well.
Well, Breck Bennett hit an opposite field home run yesterday. That was pretty incredible. A guy put a charge into a ball, has a pretty swing, very athletic outfielder. Taylor Smith is a remarkable talent. Guy is one of the most toolsy catchers I've ever been a part of, can hit, has a strong arm. Jordan Thompson can really run. And Sturgis, I was fortunate enough to play with Sturgis on the College Station 12 growing up in summer ball. And that guy has hit from the age of 12 to now. And he's a decorated college hitter, and he's going to be a big piece to add to our lineup.
Can he play anywhere? Does he have tell us a little bit more about it. What's his most natural position, Bryce?
So he was actually, when we were growing up, he was a catcher, but he at UTSA, I believe he played first base and left field, and he's been taking a lot of reps in left field here so far. But honestly, just having his bat in the lineup, the guy's very athletic, very good player, has a high baseball IQ, and you could plug him in anywhere, honestly, but he's been taking a lot of reps in left field.
It's got to be a great situation. Jordan Thompson, Sturgis, Rhodey Barker back. I mean, you think about Zane Schmidt can play out there, Logan Britt, like corner outfield. Just the outfield competition is something that's going to be really fun to watch, I think, this fall, isn't it?
Absolutely, and that's what I think speaks volumes to this team this year is we have so much depth. This might be a really weird year with all this COVID stuff, and just knowing that we have so much depth that it can be the next man up mentality if something unfortunate does happen. And we're just very thankful to have that type of depth and that type of talent at every position, really.
All righty. Thanks and gig 'em.
Thank y'all.
Thanks, Bryce.
Gig 'em.